Hi, we're going to talk about the When I Work courtroom recording software, and this will take probably about 8 or 9 minutes, just FYI. So the first thing you want to do to launch the program is come here at the bottom of the screen or wherever you keep your Chrome browser. We do want to use Chrome. If you do not have the Chrome internet browser on your computer, let's do a help desk ticket and get it installed, but you should already have it. As we've worked to get it on everyone's machine. So you click on Chrome, which takes you to the internet. Right now, until we put a button on Jake, when we're ready to use this live program, we'll have a button. But for right now, if you'll just type in the web address wheniwork.com, as you see up here. Again, it's just the words wheniwork.com and hit enter. Okay, that's going to take you to the website, and you want to go to the top right-hand screen here and do a login. When you click on that login screen, it's going to take you here where you enter your email address and your password. If you've forgotten your password, you can do a self reset by clicking on this forgot password button down here. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my email. It's just your county email and whatever password you set up when you first logged in. And there we go. So as it logs in, it takes me to the dashboard screen. Again, we probably won't use the dashboard screen too much at the very beginning. So what you want to do is just navigate here to the scheduler. So you just click on this scheduler button here at the top, which then loads the schedule. When it first opens, you'll most likely see all of the judges' courtrooms here, which allows you to add hearings. If you want a cleaner view, you can change your view options on the left-hand side. And we'll talk about that in just one second, but the best view I'm finding is if you see me up here now, this is where you navigate what part of the calendar you want to be in. So I'm going to go to this coming week, like the week of Monday, November 9th. So this is how you scroll around with these buttons. Click here. There's different views. You can look at it by the day, the week, or the 2 weeks. I would start off by using the week view. It's the most clear and probably the best for what we'll use, just for our daily use. So change your view to week, but again, you have the options to look at it in various ways. The week view, and then you've got two choices on this left-hand side under view options. Again, the schedule here, you can pick the different courthouses, or you can choose to pick it by judge. So if you click on position, you're looking at it by courtroom. If you pick employee, you are looking at it by court clerk name. So let's say that I wanted to come here and check my entire schedule for the week, and for the sake of example, I'm Jackie here. I can come here and I can see everywhere that I'm scheduled for the week by finding my name in this list, and again, that's the employee view. You can also come here, and if you pick that you want to look at it by position, that takes you back to all the courtrooms by judge name and by calendar name. So for adding them, it's most helpful to be in the position view again. So view shifts by position, and again, I'm in the week view up here. So view shifts by position. Cool part about this is that you can decide which judge you want to look at by just scrolling down here a little bit. And if you look at positions, this gives you the option to pick what courtroom you want to see. So I like to come here and hit select none. And for the sake of example, I'm going to add something to Judge Cahan's calendar. So I'm just going to pick Judge Cahan, which then brings up just her courtroom for the week, which makes it a cleaner way to look at it. So let's see. For this one, I will add some things to Judge Keenan's calendar. Again, you can do select all, and you can see everybody and every courtroom. Or you can come here to positions, and you can pick that you want to say select none, and then only choose one judge. So I will choose, again, like Judge Keenan. Okay, so here I am. I'm only looking at Judge Keenan's calendar for the week. I'm going to hover over, you'll see the calendar days. So this is the day of the week, Monday the 9th. And I'm going to come down to the calendar right here, and I'm going to hover over it and pick this green plus sign, which brings up my ability to create the hearing. So here I am. There's all these different options, which are kind of our default hearings, excuse me. So this one, I have it set up so that we could enter an 8:30. I have it set up to enter AM kind of only. I've got it set up for 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 4 p.m. hearing. So this is kind of our defaults. You can use any of these. It's very easy. So I'm going to do an 8:30 for Judge Keenan by clicking again to show you. I'm here. I'm on the date. I want to add something. Monday the 9th. Green plus sign here. And I'm going to click here for the 8:30 to 9 for an 8:30 hearing. One click and it's added. And there it is. Now when you want to add the hearing information, I just come back and I hit this pencil. I'm just have my cursor over it, hit the pencil, which is edit. That's the edit feature. I'm going to use that all the time. So click there on edit, and now I can see that it is an 8:30 to 9 in Judge Keenan. And here is where we're going to enter the information. The shift notes allows us to copy and paste from the court calendar right into here. So let's say that I had my court calendar, and this 8:30 is the state versus Danielle Anderson, DPA Dylan Anderson, and defense counsel is Arnie Anderson, and a cause number. So I'm typing this in manually, but of course you can copy and paste from your court calendar. And if there's Zoom information, you can copy that right here too. And then we have everything we need. So in the shift notes, this is everything that we want to put in there that's information for the clerk for that note. Again, it can have a Skype number. This is where we would put the attorneys, the caption. This is where we put the Zoom link. Everything to do with this hearing should be put right here into shift notes. One thing to point out, I've noticed quite a few of you entering your names up here to the assigned to. Don't worry about this. Leave it as an open shift because this is what the schedulers will use. So myself, Lori Bell, Gina, Shanna, whomever, we will fill in the names here. So you don't need to do that at this point. You can just leave that as open shift. So just leave that blank, and then you want to make sure you just have the time and the judge, obviously, and the shift notes. You can delete here if you've made a mistake. You can also save and publish. That means that would publish it and send an email to people. Most of us have our email notifications turned off. So it's best just to use the save button right here. But if you hit save and publish, it's really not a big deal. But we would use this save button here. This button here allows us to change the color. That's not super relevant just yet as we're new users. You can just leave that blank, but we would want, the time. It's going to have the judge name here already, and then we just copy and paste the calendar information here and hit save. Now, if I hover over this, you can see that I have all the information I need about the hearing here. So I can see that by just putting my cursor on it, or I can hit the pencil and come in here and see it in the shift notes. Also, to point out, if you click on this pencil, that opens the edit. If you use these three squares, this line here, this button allows you to delete just by one click. So if you know you made a mistake, you can use that. Don't concern yourself with this auto schedule shift. Again, that's something that will happen on the back end. So the pencil to edit, the three lines to delete. If you want this compass, 4 arrows, allows you to drag and move this. So if you put something on Monday that actually should be on Tuesday, that's what you use this little compass 4 arrows for, is I'm just clicking on that and dragging it. A good tip here is that if you want to copy and paste something to the next day, let's say you have a 3-day trial and you don't want to have to enter it 3 times, I would enter it on Monday. And then I'm holding down the control key on my keyboard, and I am clicking on this hearing, and it allows me to copy it and move it to another day. So again, holding down the control key on the keyboard, clicking on this and dragging it to the other days. That is the copy feature, so that you can enter several day hearings one time, hold down the control key, grab this by clicking on it and moving it and copying it to other days. That's a really great feature. So that's pretty much as simple. Let me do one more. So let's say that I'm now going to enter something for Judge McKee. So I'm going to uncheck Judge Keenan because I don't want to look at him anymore. I'm going to look at Judge McKee's courtroom by selecting this box. And again, I'm in the positions, which means courtrooms for us, in positions right here. And I unchecked all position by saying select none, and then I can select any of these judges I want. So I'll just pick Judge O'Donnell. here I am. I'm on Monday, November 9th, and I'm going to add by hovering over this date, this green plus sign. I'm hitting plus. I'm selecting an 8:30, coming back and hitting the pencil, and I'm copying, pasting so copy and paste calendar info here. So you just copy and paste everything from your calendar, state VW, the Zoom link, Skype number, whatever you have from the calendar, all goes here. All calendar info here. Again, you can leave it as OpenShift. You don't need to assign this to a clerk. We will take care of that. And I'm going to hit save. And now I have the hearing added. What the scheduler is going to do, just to show you, is we'll come here and we are going to edit and say I'm going to assign Deb Bailey Trail to this. I click on her name. This again is what the schedulers are going to do. When I hit save, you'll now see that Deb's name is there. And if I want to check if now I'm pretending that I am Deb Bailey Trail, and let me go ahead and copy this to a few other days. So again, to copy something to multiple days, I'm holding Control down and I am dropping and dragging. Control key on the keyboard, click and drag. Control key, click and drag. Okay, and that takes everything with it and copies. So that was for Judge O'Donnell. So again, I'm looking just at him by selecting over here. And if I want to now pretend that I am Deb Bailey Trail looking at my week, I'm going to come here to View Options. Okay, I'm on the Scheduler, View Options, and I'm going to View Shifts by Employee. And now if I'm Deb, I'm going to come down here and I would check and I can see all of my hearings that I've been assigned for the week or for the day right here. So you can print your schedule from here if you want. You can do all sorts of things. The only thing I think you'd probably be using is this print feature. So you can actually print just that schedule. And that's what that looks like. So you can print it as a PDF right here, and this will show you the schedule. So I'm going to close that. I want to show you that again. So if I am now pretending that I am Deb Bailey Trail for this example, and I want to look at things, I can look at things by courtroom, and I can pick which judge I want. From here, you can look at 3 judges. You could look at all 53 or 62 courtrooms if you wanted at the same time by hitting select all. Or you can go to positions and say you want to select none and only look at one judge. And so that's the way to add hearings. Or you change the view here, view options, to view by employee. And now if I'm Deb, I can scroll down, or all these names are in alphabetical order by last name. So you can see Lee here has 2 hearings scheduled. If you want to, you can again view or print your schedule in a different view by clicking this little arrow next to your name and looking at print Lee's schedule, and then that will show you what's scheduled for that week. And I can close that here. So there's a ways to kind of look at your schedule, different views. You can look at it or you can print it. And I think I will stop the recording here. And make this available. So again, play around. I think that this kind of covers the basics of the things that we will be doing by adding, deleting hearings and being able to look at what you have scheduled for the week.